Pandas. Pandas. Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, pandas. Welcome to the stream. Boy, oh boy, it's good to be back. Whew. Let's go, baby. It's good to be back. Hope everyone had an amazing Passion Week. I had an amazing Passion Week. I just was able to rest and kind of re-energize and obviously, contemplate on Jesus, and I'm a Christian unashamedly, and no judgment to anyone else who believes in anything else, but there's no discrimination, but this is what I believe. And so I had an amazing Passion Week, and Passion Week is a great time to talk about your faith and share with others. And so I did have an amazing Passion Week, and it's good just to be reminded personally just where my roots are, what my core principles are, where my values are. And but let me say this, pandas, I missed you guys so much, and I'm so excited to be here, and I'm ready. I'm ready to rock and roll, pandas, and I hope you guys are excited as I am that we are back up and running, coming back from the stream. We just finished a pre-market show, and it was good to say hi to a couple of the pandas. And so good morning to you guys. 00818, good morning. Day Trade Predator, good morning. Amin, good morning. Welcome back. It's good to see you guys. TGIM, yes sir. Richard Steele Jr. TGIM. Greg Martin, hello guys. I have only today's chart on my TA. Usually have 3. Do you encounter the same issue? I'm not sure. You might have to reload your historical. I'm not sure. That's kind of strange. Speedy Boy, good morning. Diego, good morning. Simonth, good morning. Did I see you? Yeah, I joined. Yes, did I see you commenting on Matt's live stream? I was like, yeah, I joined Trades by Matt when I'm not streaming. I like to, join something. Just like you guys like to join a community. I like to join a community as well if I could. So I like to join his. But I mean, our trading styles are so different. But that's a power community. It doesn't matter. As long as they're like-minded people who trade, it's kind of nice to be with just others. So. FZen, good morning from the land of eternal winter. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome back. I'm glad to be back. I'm happy to be here. Hey, we're gonna rock and roll today. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna get our bamboo. It's been too long, pandas. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it's gonna be. Also, it helps a lot if you scalp that like button, especially because I've been away for a while, and so it's good to let others know. It helps a lot if you guys scalp that like button, because it lets other people know that we are back live and ready to trade. And, good to be back. TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. Timothy, Chapo, Navo, Tim Chong, good morning. Hassan Arabi, good morning. Good news is there are a couple pandas who have been here for more than a year or for a year. They have, and I'm ready to see some of the badges, the 1 year badges. I have not yet seen them yet, but there are a couple members who have the 2-legged pullback badge, the 1 year one. So I'm excited. Honestly, if you guys share each other's locations, you guys should meet up if you guys are close to each other. Some pre-market analysis. I mean, we had a big drop yesterday, and on the daily chart, there was a big drop, as in the trap triggered, right? This trap triggered, that created an H4 setup, pandas. H4 setup, and I honestly am looking for a new high still. So it might seem crazy with the interest rates going, skyrocketing, whatever you want to say. I'm looking at the the price action here, and I see an H4 setup kind of happening underneath the 20 MA, but we're still looking for a new high. I mean, this could be a trading range, right? It could be a bull leg and trading range where then we don't look for the new high, but because I'm just saying it's a possibility. If this reverses with the H4, we get that new high. I'm just prepared for anything. I'm prepared for anything. And so that means that, we're going to let the candles speak for themselves. And, if we get a bullish bar here with an H4, 4 pushes down. Wow. I mean, the fate is already sealed. The H4 is already happening. I mean, let's look back. I mean, do we see any other H4s? That's the thing. We have a 4 here. I'm not going back very far, huh? Going back just a year, pretty much. Should definitely load a little more data on the daily chart. I think it's only about a year. But, 4 pushes. It's kind of the place where we kind of find reversals, but we'll see. Right, we have 4 pushes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see with the indicator easily there's just 4 pushes down. Just look at the 4. Another time, 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes down, and then the reversal starts to begin, right, with a double bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes down. H4 setup because it's a failure, right? It's a trap. Not only is it's a 4 push down, but it's a trap. Right? We got 4 small pullbacks basically on a big uptrend. And this could be a big reversal. I've seen it dozens of times. I've seen it hundreds of times. All the hours of ES I've been trading and looking at. Like, I've seen this pattern so many times. The expectation is actually a new high. It's crazy to think that we might get a new high, but if it does happen, you heard it here first. I like to see how this candle ends, and I'm curious to see if there's follow through on this trap, but we're gonna have to let the price action tell us a little bit more. Each candle gives us more information. So pre-market analysis. What do I think is gonna happen today? This is a wait and see type day in my opinion. I'm not sure. We had a huge drop, like 30-point drop from yesterday, from the open 89 to around, about 30-point drop, a little more than 30-point drop, and then we're back up. We're pretty much back up to the close and kind of on an uptrend. I'm looking for a new high, I guess. Right, we've got first breaker trend here, looking for a new high. We could draw maybe a trend line, a channel of some sort, but it's not a good channel in my opinion, right? It's not capturing a lot of the data up here, like a lot of the candles up here. So I'm not sure. For me, I'd rather just see this as an uptrend, right? Big breakout mode, right? Strong bull bars ending on their high, then a little two-legged pullback, push up. Right? We have two-legged pull, we know because it's a dark green number here. Also, you can just see with your eyes, 2 pushes down. And then we might come back up to close the gap here, right? There is a gap right now from yesterday's close. Sorry, Friday's close. There's a gap here currently. And, in fact, I'll just use this pivot. And we might try to fill this gap. If we never fill this gap, obviously, then we're just going to be a downtrend. Crude is at 108. That is crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I'm long oil. I'm long gold right now. I'm long anything that's good for recessions. Once the interest rates inverted, I'm just going full blown defense. I'm just trading anything that's recession proof, or not even recession proof, like bullish in recessions. But that's not futures trading, guys. It's not nor financial advice. That's just what I'm doing. The moment the yield curve inverted, I'm starting to load up on recessionary type commodities. Slowly building them out. in obviously it's nice if you're cash heavy and a recession hits, cash is king, and it takes it to another new meaning because the nice thing about recession, right? If it kind of fixes inflation, hopefully. Of course, you can have something like stagnation where you have crazy inflation and crazy bad economy, right? Bad inflation or bad economy or recession, and that could happen. But I'm thinking if we hit a recession, hopefully that should cure the inflation, and that means things are cheap. Everything's on a discount. Assets are very cheap, and it's time to buy. So that's what I'm kind of waiting for. We'll see. Right now we're just waiting. I'm looking for a new high here. Market's about to open in 2 minutes. Let's go, baby. Let's get that bamboo. TGIM. Pandas, boy. I'm not even. I can't even exaggerate how awesome it is to be back here trading with you guys. Had a nice week of a break, and yeah. Most of you guys are confused. Some of you guys think it's gonna be a bull trend day today. Very interesting. Okay. The poll is in. Since I have been gone, I do want to know this. Also, let me know if you guys did anything for Easter. What are your traditions for Easter? For me, I usually just go out, get a nice meal. Of course, church, and then a nice meal. Sometimes with friends, sometimes with family. All right, market's about to open in 1 minute. Pandas, trade safe. Let's get that bamboo. Let's go, baby. Clearly above the 20 MA, finding support. Strong bull bar ending on its high. Let's wait a little bit here. I'm still looking for that new high, right? Filling this gap is what I'm looking for. Also, pandas, give me a 1 in the chat if you took advantage of that monster Easter sale for Apex. Give me a 1 in the chat because that sale, I'm not sure if they're ever going to make that sale again, but that sale was insane. 80% off of Apex. What an opportunity. What an opportunity. Give me a 1 in the chat if you took advantage of that. Hopefully you guys did. At this point, you got to kind of ask yourself the question, why not at this point? Why not even just try it? Because I have a small gap here trying to fill. I think it's going to fill. That new high was made, right? Break of trend to new high. We're clearly above the 20 MA. Breaking upwards. Probably going to try to come back to yesterday's close. I don't know. Maybe bull trend day today. I'm not sure. This is confusing. Obviously, we're at a pivotal point. So we'll see if we turn around here. This is a hard place to go long, in my opinion. Just sitting on my pause. Let the market come to me. Okay, gap just filled. No more gap here, pandas. Okay, we're breaking above now the overnight high. This is going to be a full-blown reversal, full-blown bull trend day today. Who knows? Jarger asks, is the 80% off sale? No, it actually ended yesterday at 6 p.m. It was a weird sale because it happened during a time where there was no trading whatsoever. And so I couldn't even promote it. I wanted to tell you guys about it, so I just made a post. And that was the best way to get across to you guys. So if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe so you guys can see posts like that. I don't post like often. If I post, it's typically because I think it's important. And so if you guys if you guys are not subscribed, you might have not caught that deal because you might have not been notified of the post of Apex. 80% off. It's like historically, of course, with Apex is relatively new, but I think historical in general, for how much funding you can get for how little of an initial investment you need to make, and the prop firms, if you're a profitable trader, the prop firm is your best friend. And you don't have to be that much, you don't have to be like this home run hitter type trader or a superstar. We're talking about small, consistent trades, consistent profits over a long period of time. That's the idea. And with multiple Apex accounts with a trade copier, that small profit can convert. I'm telling you, it's going to convert into numbers that you just really will find it hard to believe, but the math doesn't lie. With just $200 to $300 a day, you can make $500,000 a year with just if you have enough accounts with Apex. You know, I say this. Obviously, it benefits me, right? If you guys use my link, that benefits me, sure. But ultimately, I tell it to you guys because I take benefit of it. You know, I take advantage of it. You know, I am personally doing it. So, yeah, the pandas know what's going on. The pandas know all my account sizes and you know exactly how much I make. But pretty vulnerable place to be, especially on the YouTube verse. But you know, because they're pandas, you know, I trust them that they're supportive of me, and so I'm willing to disclose that, you know, kind of personal information. We do have an L4 setup here, but strong bull bar, right? Strong bull move, and you know, if this is not a breakup trend to new high, then most likely we're talking about maybe a spike in channel. I don't know. This is a little confusing. I'm gonna let the chart tell me a little bit more. I need to develop a little bit more here. I mean, looks like a strong bull trend currently, of course, obviously, but who knows? Could reverse at any moment. Gotta wait for a setup. Strong bull move at this moment. This could be your channel here, but I don't know. I feel more comfortable using this pivot as my channel if it were one. We do have the L4 setup. Reverses. This could be a reversal spot with an L4, right? Break a trend, new high, and the new high happens with an L4 setup. We could reverse here, coming off the 240 SMA. Just waiting. Russell H isn't a runner. Congrats. Congrats. All right. 5 pushes up. But the 5th push up does not break the previous pivot high currently. Could be concerning for the bulls. Right, always in long bulls, just buying anywhere along here, and now when they see this big bear bar, they're most likely thinking maybe the bull breakout is done. It might be converting to trading range or small consolidation to continue the bull trend, but at any point they're probably wondering, maybe I should just come up break even. That's at least what I'll be thinking if I was just scaling up. Or is just going to continue upwards. Who knows? Might break the previous pivot. Breaks above the previous pivot. No entries for us, right? All first entries so far. These are all first entries. You can see with the light green number. If it's a dark green number like this, you know it'll be a second entry. Boy, it's good to be back. TGIM. SW Blaze. Pandas, he's here. The very first 1-year badge member to engage in the chat. SW Blaze, welcome. He has the rainbow 2-legged pullback. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for all your support for the entire year. I think you've been there since the beginning, and you've probably seen me grow a lot over the year of streaming. So I do appreciate SW Blaze, the very first 1-year panda. Good to have you here. I'm glad a lot of you guys took advantage of that Easter special. I'm glad you guys did. But now things are back to the 50%, which is still an amazing deal. Like, I don't think it's a bad deal. I think it's still amazing. And so 6 pushes up potential here. I mean, you could try just go always in long and just start buying anywhere you see fit. You know, just buy limit orders below bars, stop orders above bars, even though that's a little more difficult in this type of market. But I'm waiting for my setup. I'm waiting for a two-leggy here. Cody M says, I think I'm one of the first to buy the two-legged pullback indicator. Potentially, actually, yeah. I think you are one of the probably the beginning ones. I know that you're definitely an early adopter when you have both the standard and the deluxe, because in the beginning it was a free upgrade. So anyone that had the deluxe also, or the standard edition, automatically got upgraded to the deluxe. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Keith A, let's get this green. I'm just sitting on my paws. I don't have much here. Just watching this potential trap to the upside, but starting to get a little choppy. In my opinion, getting a little choppy here. Still gaps forming here, right? There's a lot of gaps here. Strong bullish behavior. Right, we have a gap here. We have a gap here. Huge gap here. Right, this gap is still forming. Showing a strong bullish behavior. Actually, another gap here currently forming, but let's see if it gets filled. Okay, this gap gets filled, comes back to the 20 MA. Strong bear bars. It's a bear bar, not that strong of a bear bar. Let's see if there's follow through, a little bit of follow through here. And we try to fill this gap. Bunch of gaps below this right now. These blue boxes are gaps. What I mean by gap is essentially when there's a big breakout, a strong impulsive move. The signal bar, right? We get the extreme of the signal bar and then we find the pivot. And if there is a gap between this high and the low of the pivot, there's a gap here. Those gaps typically represent big, strong moves. Sometimes they get filled just like regular gaps, like on a daily chart. That's essentially what they are, right? It's just invisible. Cody M, appreciate the kind words. Finding some support here. It's hard to trade this. I don't know if I want to go long or not. I mean, it does seem like a strong uptrend right now, but regardless, no setup for me. It would be at this point, it's a two-legged pullback that kind of coming off the 20 MA, but it's the 20 MA is flattening, as you can see, right? This two-legged pullback coming off a rising 20 MA. The 20 MA here is flattening because we are now coming beneath the 20 MA, right? We're slicing in and out of it. It's a little more difficult to trade this. We're obviously in an uptrend right now, and we had the first break of our trend, from what I think is our trend at least. And strong bull bar ending on its high. This is hard to say. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. We could have a bull trend day today. But right now, give me a 1 in chat if you want to take a two-legged pullback here to go long. If there's no two-legged pullback, obviously we'll skip it. But if there's a two-legged pullback here, would you go long in this area around the 20 MA? You know, granted that you get a good signal bar. You know, it's not a terrible signal bar. With a decent signal bar, would you go long off the 20 MA in this area, right? Would you say like the context is right and you consider a long trade here? Would you do that? Give me a 1 in chat. Give me a 2 if no. Give me a 3 if you take the trap going the other way. Give me a 4 if you have no idea what I'm talking about. We do have a two-leg, a higher low, second entry long potentially here on a strong uptrend. I may take this trade. I will not take an outside bar reversal. I abhor them. So if this is an outside bar reversal, I'm just sitting on my paws. If we get a good signal bar here off the 20 MA, I'm highly considering taking a long trade here. It's an outside bar reversal. I'm skipping it. I'm skipping it, and this can go up forever. I don't care. I just don't like outside bar reversals. They just show me that we are at a point of choppiness, indecision. Strong, kind of decent strong bull bar ending near its high. Okay, higher low, second entry long. I just skipped it. I didn't like the outside bar reversal, and it's a higher low, second entry long though. It looked very bullish, but for me, the outside bar reversal, don't like them. Don't like them. I'll let it go. Good morning, guys. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Let the YouTube algorithm know to push this stream out. Since we haven't streamed in a while, it's good to be back, and I'd like to let the viewers know we are starting up again. Did anyone see that? I've never seen that before. Wait, what just happened? I didn't even set up an alert for the subscribe. I was like, what is that noise? Well, thank you for subscribing. I don't know how you did that. I'm kind of worried now. If everyone starts subscribing, is that going to just pop up a bunch of messages? I am unsure. I'm kind of scared. But also, I wouldn't mind if all you guys just started subscribing. I don't even know how that... It's a mystery, pandas. I never even set that up. I don't even know how that popped up, but thank you for subscribing. I was like, what's that noise? That's the kind of production we're running here. I don't even know my alerts that are popping up. I gotta look that up. I don't know why that happened. That's never happened before. Very cool, very cool. Hey guys, I have alerts now if you subscribe, so hit that subscribe button. Don't do that. Don't do what Russell H says. Do not do that. I have no idea what's gonna happen. All right, we got a third push up here. Not much follow through right after this new high was created. What this line is? What is this line? Okay. Line here. Very interesting. It's getting choppy. Trading range. It's hard for me to trade this. If anything, maybe if it goes out here, I might come back up into the trading range. But at this point, it looks choppy. It started to get choppy here. In fact, the trading range indicator started to quickly find that we were starting to go into a trading range before the trading range even started happening. But no matter what, this is a trading range already. You know, it's just one test from the bottom, top, bottom, top. If we come back here, who knows? But this is a trading range at the moment. We are, yeah, this is difficult. TX Matt, thank you. It's good to be back as well. We do hit the bottom of the trading range here. I'm curious. I'm not sure. When I look at this, are we gonna have a full-blown reversal here? Hard for me to say. I mean, it's definitely a trading range now, right? From top to the bottom, top to the bottom. In fact, if this is a trading range, then if you have a two-leggy here, oh no. Oh no. I have an alert for subscriptions right now. I don't even know. First off, I don't know how to turn it off because I don't know how it even turned on. It's never happened before. And I'm kind of worried because this can get annoying. This has happened before, and it gets really annoying if it pops up every single time. I mean, it's nice to know people are subscribing, but it's gonna bombard the actual viewing experience. One time it just like happened like 20 in a row, and it was just like it's nice. I'm getting subscribers, but at the same time, like, people who are watching, it's just this verse is terrible. Ooh, we'll see, pandas. I'm a little worried. Slightly worried here. We'll see. Hi, Summer Robbie said, do you think the trend played out with a new high? Now we are looking for a reversal. It's a very good question. I think we're in trading range. What can I say? I mean, that's what I see right now. Unsure, but right now, trading range, we are in reversal territory. You know, that's what every trading range can turn into, right? Basically, every reversal is a small trading range typically. But hey, we hit the bottom of the trading range. Now back to the top of the trading range, right? The trading range indicator here showing us beautifully where our trading range is. Yeah, and it's confusing because I don't know why it's a dinosaur. I never set the dinosaur up. I don't know why that alert's there, but we'll look into it. We'll look into it off stream. Gonna get my crew to look at it. Oh, we are just bottom range, top of range, bottom range. Hey, let's look at the other time frames. Let's see if we're getting any information. The other time frames here. Currently choppy on this time frame on the 10K chart. We may get that. Ooh, we might get an. Might come back to the top of this trading range. It might actually trigger a L4 setup. 5 minute. This is all it looks like. Strong bull bar and choppiness. Going right into choppiness, but this is a strong bull bar on the 5 minute. This could be indicative of a strong bull trend today, right? This strong bull bar could give us the tone for the rest of the day. It could just be a strong bull trend day today. It seems like a lot of you guys traded around the 4 to 6 range, right? Like your guys last week felt like, a lot of you guys traded a 1 to 3 range, which means maybe last week was rough for a lot of you guys. If I were to put myself last week in this poll, I would probably do the 4 to 6. You know, not the best, not the worst. I definitely could trade better, but since I was profitable, if I'm profitable, I would always probably put at least 4 to 6. You know, if you're profitable, you have to give some credit to yourself. You know, I was green last week, so not amazingly green, but still green. We do have a lower high setup here, coming back to the bottom of the trading range. The 5 minute inside bar. IOI pattern. That means we're in breakout mode. I mean, we typically go with the original trend, which is the breakout here, but it is getting a bit choppy. This L4 setup might trigger here. Coming back to the top of the trading range. Boy, I don't know. I mean, am I gonna look for a trap trade here, or I'm gonna respect this trading range? This is why at this point, this always gets very confusing. You know, we've already come back and forth on this trading range, and you can maybe consider this being a trading range and saying, okay, well, this trading range, I'll just buy the bottom, near the bottom, and sell the top. Or you can consider this as a break of trend to new high, starting to look for a reversal setup, major trend reversal, with a trap to the downside. Oh boy, this is a difficult one. I'm not sure. I am actually not sure here. Strong bear bar ending near its low, increasing the chances that we'll break down. No follow through though. You definitely need follow through on that if you want this to go down. People say this looks like a head and shoulders. Sure, it could be. Coming back to yesterday's close, we're starting to close this gap now. And on the higher time frames, this is not looking good, right? You thought this was going to keep going up because of that huge breakout, but hard to say still. I mean, we're definitely reversing. There were no entries for us. You can only take what the market gives you. The market's not giving us much right now. I'm just tracking this gap here. I mean, it's hard to go long at this point. You're thinking downtrend. You're thinking reversal had already happened. You're thinking breakdown. You're thinking I'm looking for a short entry at this point, especially with break of trends a new high. Potential trap trade here. If I was aggressive, I'll take this trap, but not too aggressive right now. I am not feeling too super aggressive. Even for this breakdown, I'm not even highly convinced. Micro double bottom. Sitting on my pause here. No setup for me. I wouldn't even take that short. Just watching. Trap does trigger. I'm not taking that trap. Too far away from the 20 MA. But that is a trap, right? So it feels like entry long beneath the 20 MA, but it's a little far away from the 20 MA. So I'm skipping that trap, which I'm happy I did because it's very disappointing right now because it has not yet made a point. It's made a perfect scalp so far. Some people coming out break even there. Yesterday's low. Or Friday's low, sorry. Or not Friday's low. Thursday's low. Are we gonna get follow through on this trap triggering here? It looks like it wants to. Micro double bottom at the moment. Looks like it wants to have follow through here. Follow through does happen. This could be a big reversal here. This is a little too far away from 20 MA. Plus, you know, these dojis here. I didn't like that. Didn't like that. But it's an aggressive trade that you might have taken. I on another day might have taken that trade. I just didn't feel this is like a super strong. If this was like a really strong breakdown, I just saw like this zoom down, and I just saw like strong bear bars, and I'll consider that. But if it's just a couple bars like this, it doesn't look like any of the movements are very aggressive, right? Even this trading range is very small. Looks like we want to try to fill this gap here. No setups for me yet. Be very selective with your trades because, especially when it comes to scalping, you gotta be very selective. You have to have a very high probability to be profitable. So sometimes you might see me just watching the market, doing nothing, which is part of trading. You get the whole experience here. You get the panda experience. It's a bye-bye money experience. Another push up. Fails to reverse. I spoke too soon. For me, if there's a gap here, I think it wants to fill it. But we have not yet closed beneath Friday's low. Maybe it's acting as support. We're beneath the 20 MA now on the 10K chart. 5-minute chart, we just tapped off the 20 MA, touched it. In my opinion, I think we're gonna go lower. That's what I see. I think we're gonna go lower. To me, this looks like a small pullback bear trend. We can make a channel that looks like this. We're waiting for our setup, something nice. I would like a two-legged pullback off the 20 MA here. Something along those lines. We could consider this you know, we're in a strong uptrend, this is a small pullback, right? Break a trend to new low. You can consider that as well. But to me, this looks bearish. So, looking for a short trade. It's good to be back after that vacation. I'm just saying it's nice, and it's good to see you guys. I think you know, it's a different type of energy when you trade with the community, and yeah, and I love the community here. So do appreciate you guys joining. As we wait for our setup, let me throw a new pull up. Putting a poll up to see how much you guys are making today. And also, if you're just joining on Baba Money, welcome to my stream. We trade here every single day. We stream here every single day, starting from 9:15 for the main stream. Pre-market show starts at 9 o'clock. And this is for the members. If you want to become a member and have access to pre-market show, please become a panda. And you get access to the pre-market show, which we go over all my off-stream trades, go over all my account balances. If you're wondering, does Panda actually make money? He always loses every single day on the stream. Is he actually profitable? Well, if you become a panda, you can find out. Pandas. Every single day we trade risk-free using Apex funded traders. And it's a prop firm. And the beautiful thing about it, every single trade is risk-free. You get to keep your profits. They take the risk if you blow your accounts. Also, right, with the trade copier, I mean, I'm telling you, man, the math. I get excited every time I talk about the math because it's simple. The math is so simple. The math is simple. The math is this. I'm about to almost fill this gap here. But no setups for me. I was not going to take a short there. You know, if you have, I like to use 4 accounts because it's a very obtainable amount of accounts. Plus the math is easy. But if you have 4 accounts with Apex or any other prop firm, if you have 4 accounts with a trade copier, the math is simple, right? You multiply 4 for 4 accounts. You multiply that by 250, which is the amount of trading days in a year. That equals 1,000. Now, if you multiply that by how much average you make per day, that's how much money you can make in 1 year. And so let's say you make an average of $250 a day. That means at the end of the year, with a trade copier across 4 accounts, oh boy, you're making $250,000. You're making $250,000 if you can just make $250 a day consistently. And I used to, 250 is, I mean, okay, I know it's hard to be consistently profitable. That in itself is a challenge. But if you are consistently profitable, I don't think $250 is a far-fetched goal to have every single day. And $250,000, I don't think is small money. At least it's not for me. You know, it could be for you, but it's not for me. And so, you know, that's the power of Apex. And the beautiful thing is, there's a 50% off code right now. So take advantage of that if you guys are interested in that. Also, we trade pure price action. I only look for 2-legged pullbacks. You know, that's a price action setup that we look for here. And we look at the candles. We don't use any indicators other than the 2-legged pullback indicator and the trading range indicator, right, to help us, right? This trading range, I knew it started to go in trading range. The moment it started happening way back here because of the trading range indicator, 2-legged pullback indicator, all the numbers telling us all the second entries, right? We actually have 4 pushes down in reversal here. And so if you want more information about the indicator or like it for yourself, you can go to the official website, www.2leggedpullback.com. There is a free trial for the 2-legged pullback indicator. There's no free trial yet for the trading range indicator, but for the 2-legged pullback, there is a free trial. So if you're interested, check it out. You know, no risk to you. You know, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You can move on. But that's what we do here every single day, pandas. We trade the one single instrument, the E-mini, and we trade it because it's the most liquid market in the world. Let's go, baby. Stocks Fox says, sounds like a Corsair keyboard. Actually, it's not. This is a Keychron. Let's see. Drop shift. It is from drop, and the model is drop shift. I think they use their own keys or switches. It is mechanical though. Get that Corsair out of here. I would not allow my fingertips to touch a Corsair keyboard. How dare you? Not my fingertips, my paw tips. For a second, I thought it was human. I'll just say I'm confused. The gap tried to fill here, but it didn't quite actually fill the gap. We might get a two-legged here, but it's above the 20 MA. Very confusing. This could be first breaker trend, new low. That could be what's happening. Or this could have been the first breaker trend to new low here and might get a reversal. With markets like this, it gets a little confusing. Let me see the higher time frames. Higher time frames, we do break below the 20 MA on the 5-minute, and we're coming back above it. So this could just be support. We might have a strong bull trend. The 10K chart, weird stuff happening here. We need two legs down. I don't know what's happening. Sack of Clams asks, what mouse do I use? I actually use a pretty cheap mouse. I don't think they even sell this mouse anymore. It's like some gaming mouse. It was like 20 bucks or something. But it's actually really good. I really like it. The model is ZK M88 gaming mouse, and I bought it on Amazon, and I don't even know if they sell this mouse anymore. Getting choppy, just watching. There's no setups right now. I'm not going short here. I will not go short here. Terrible signal bar above the 20 MA. I don't know. The 5-minute looks bullish now. You know, if I were to look at the 5-minute chart, I'm like, which way is this gonna go? Probably up. I don't know. It fills a gap on the 5-minute, right? There's a gap here, fills that gap, and bounces right off of it. So, what do I mean by gap? You know, there was a gap here after the breakout, and now it filled and it created a negative gap because it goes beyond it and reverses. The second entry does trigger here. We may get a trap trade here. To the long side, or we could be looking for a new low after this breaker trend. Terrible signal bar above 20 minute. I'm not taking that short. It's not a good setup. You know, if you took that, then you know you are much more you're braver than I am. We do have that second leg down happening on the 10K chart, which I mentioned. I was like, this probably needs another leg down, which is what we're getting here now. So we've got that second leg down now on the 10K chart. 5-minute chart coming back to 20 MA. I'm just watching this, Panis. Honestly, I don't know what's happening. I think it's bullish, but who knows? The fact that we couldn't fill this gap, we tried to, but we couldn't, and reverse off of it. And on the higher time frames, we're clearly above the 20 MA. I don't know. All I know is I'm waiting for my setup, and it's not here yet. Waiting very patiently. Higher low, second entry long, potentially all on the 10K chart. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Hope you guys are doing better than me. Currently have a $0, so lower high second or lower high first entry actually. I'm not sure what this is going to turn into. This on the 2K chart, this looks a little bearish, right? A little bearish, but sideways consolidating. And when you have a candle that looks like this, beneath the 20 MA, you're thinking maybe bearish, maybe looking for a new low, maybe looking to fill that gap. But to me, this looks just sideways, consolidation, choppiness, dojis, indecisive. I would like a clear trend, pandas, right? That's what I want. I would love a clear trend, and to enter in a two-legged pullback with that trend. That is what I'm looking for here, and I'm just not getting it. I'm not getting any of it. It's not looking good. This is a second entry long here, potentially. For me, my only trade here would be a trap, actually, to go short, looking for that new low. That would be my trade here, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. Pushing down. No trap. Just a micro double top. They try to trigger that second entry long to enter a short. It most likely will fill this gap. If it's already moving this way, most likely will fill this gap. So you can even take advantage of that. Say, okay, well, I might just go short. Anywhere. Trading range indicator, marking the trading range here, as you can see. Big push down, strong bear bar ending near its low. I think it's gonna try to fill the gap, but what do I know? I'm just a panda. Russell H says he took this lower high, second entry or first entry. It looked bearish. It did look bearish, right? Underneath the 20 MA, pretty big pin, basically an inverted hammer. Coming back to the bottom of the trading range, and I think it's gonna fill this gap. I mean, this looks like unfinished business. What can I say? It looks like unfinished business here. Strong bear bar ending near its low. Like I mentioned, you could just almost sold anywhere. It made some money, but that's not our setup we're looking for. If I was off stream, I might have taken that trade, but with this stream, I like to just focus on two-legged pullbacks here with you guys. Looking for a new low. I mean, it's almost apparent it's going to happen. Trading range indicator, same place, www.twoleggedpullback.com. Both the indicators are there. But as you can see, trading range indicator, we thought we're gonna push really strong down, right? When we saw this big bear bar, we're like, okay, this is a downtrend. But the trading range indicator started to mark the trading range with these bars way back here. And lo and behold, we come to the top and come back to the bottom. Trading range indicator uses pure price action. There's no indicator like that right now on the internet. There's no indicator that uses pure price action to identify trading ranges. This is the only one, right? We have a trading range here, identified it. Trading range here, identified it. Jmar WRX says, "Yo Panda, did you get any new accounts over the weekend for the Easter sale? And if so, have they been activated yet?" Become a panda, you can find out. Yeah, I mean that answer is obviously reserved for the pandas. You know, there are people who pay to see the pre-market show, and I go over all my accounts and even go over how many accounts I have. And so if you want to know the answer to that question, you can become a panda. I don't want to take that away from the pandas, you know. Wow. Wait, wow. Wow. What's going on here? I almost want to go long here. I almost want to go long. That's very tricky. You know, think about if you're going short here, the pain you're feeling right now. I almost want to go long on this trap on the 5-minute. But then you have big risk, right? We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of risk. Woo-wee. 9 points of risk. In chop? I don't know. Not worth. Very difficult. I feel like now it's going to go long. We're back up here. This is confusion, right? Trading range indicator, back bottom trading range, back to the top of the trading range. Amazing. Who'd have thunk? Okay, activation. Yeah, I think there are some. I think some people have some problems with activation. You should contact Apex. You know, yeah, I've heard that some people have some issues, but now it looks like a lot of people are answering. Seems like everyone's doing okay. Oh wow, yeah. Hassan Arabi says, check out the second entry long on the 10K chart, and it's looking juicy. It's a higher low second entry. Looking back, come back to the top of the trading range, maybe on 10K chart. Looking juicy on the 10K chart. I'm just sitting on my pause. It just looks a little too choppy for me. I don't think Apex was expecting to have so many accounts opened. They probably had a lot of accounts. I mean, I know a lot of people did use the coupon, so in general, though, Apex, accounts activate like within a couple minutes. It's very fast, typically. So if it does take longer than like a couple minutes, like 5-10 minutes, then there's probably something wrong. All right, you guys are giving some good feedback. A lot of people have activated accounts. $10,000 new accounts. That's insane. That's insane. 10,000 new accounts. Wow. Wow. That's a lot. I mean, they were on pennies on the dollar. Seriously. Like, if you were thinking about Apex, that was the perfect time to sign up. Yeah, I'm just watching this. I don't have any entries here. I mean, do I want to trade this trading range? Maybe. Maybe. Looks like a double bottom of some sorts. Higher time frames. Right, we're above the 20 MA. 5 minute, clearly above the 20 MA. Waiting to trigger this trap here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this looks choppy. I mean, you got 3-4 overlapping bars in a row. I mean, what can I say? I don't know what's gonna happen. This is a little tricky too as well. This will give you a little 2-point scalp right here on the 10K chart. DX says, I heard over 5,000 accounts were from Michael Chin. Michael Chin opened 5,000 accounts by himself. He just opened 5,000 accounts. He just trades one micro contract and makes $1 million. Russell H says, I bet Apex is hoping a small percentage of those new accounts forget to cancel before the 1 month mark is out. Hey, there's some business plans centered around that, but the funny thing is, they're the ones who actually recommended to, cancel the reoccurring charge. So the fact that they are the ones who recommend to do that and go back to the 50% off code, I think that speaks volumes for them and what they their consideration for the customer. I don't know what's happening here, but I might take a long trade here. I don't know. This looks tempting to go long. I'm tempted to go long here, but it's a silly trade. I don't know. I kind of want to go long here. It looks choppy though. I mean, it looks like a trading range. But taking a long here will be trading a breakout. I don't know. I kind of want to take a long trade here, but nah, I'll sit on my pause. I'm sitting on my pause. You know, clearly above the 20 MA, bouncing off twice. Fail second entry short, right? We should be coming back to the bottom of the trading range. This might be a breakout here. Nah, I'll skip it. But it's a trade that I would consider. I don't know. Just sit on my pause. Steve Anderson, Michael Chin owns Apex. That would be wild. He sold so many courses that he can just start his own prop firm. Unsure what's happening here. I'm glad I didn't take that long trade now. Almost want to trade opposite of it. It looks like a failed trap or a failed second entry. Failed second entry short. But I don't know. Just watching this. A little choppy. A lot of dojis. Double bottom potentially here. You know, we could have something like this as well. Break a trend to new high. Could be looking for, right? A reversal here. I don't know. Confusing. I don't know the direction on the market yet, and this is why I'm confused on if I should go long or short. I mean, it looks like I'm in a trading range here, right, with the trading range indicator. But the multiple dojis here above the 20 MA, just unsure what's gonna happen here. Day trading. See you later. Hope to see you tomorrow. And it looks bullish now. I don't know. When I look at this, I don't know. I just see chop. I see chop here, but we're above the 20 MA, and we have a chance to go up. I mean, trading is all about probabilities, and there's a good probability this can go up. No idea what's happening here. That's trading for you. What can you do other than just watch this slow, super grinding market? Looks bullish to me now. I don't know. I keep changing my premise. Bullish to bearish, bullish to bearish, but this looks a little bullish. Kind of strong bull bars ending near their high. Kind of choppy market right now, but it's looking bullish. Pretty bullish. Clearly above the 20 MA on almost every time frame. Spike in channel. But this spike in channel, hey, it's not looking the strongest, but it's a spike in channel. Unsure. What's happening here? Okay, strong push up. Always in long. That's what I'm thinking. Like I would just buy right here. I'd buy anywhere. Just buy. Strong bull bar ending on its high. Kind of breakout mode feeling. The initial breakout on the 5-minute chart was giving us the direction of the day. Comes back to fill that gap, bounces off of it, and never look back. Never look back from there. Just watching. I don't have any setups. No setup though. This was the one setup that I was talking about. Maybe I want to go long here, right? Coming off the 20 MA, and then I decided just to sit on my pause, right, with the 20 MA going upwards. So I just decided to sit on my pause just because it's too choppy. I didn't feel convinced at all, and all the dojis just made me feel like there was indecision in the market. You know, there was a double bottom here, and ends up giving a nice little move upwards here, which is completely fine. I don't mind missing that. I had my reasons not to enter that trade. Almost making a new high of the day. New high of the day made. Market's just, you know, I had no setups here along this entire thing. For me, no setups. Nothing I felt comfortable with, at least. This is the only one I was thinking because of the risk reward was good, but yeah, I mean obviously I didn't take it. Bouncing off yesterday's high. Liad says, can you explain why that is a gap? This is Al Brooks' price action, and he will talk about gaps like this, where we have an impulsive move, right? Strong move up, right? The signal bar is the bar before the big move up, right? So you have a signal bar here, and we're on a downtrend, and it reversed up, and so once it reverses up, there is a gap that forms from the high of that signal bar to the lowest pivot. And so there's a low pivot here. So Al Brooks would say there's a gap here, and this gap has not yet been filled, showing a strong bullish behavior. Right? We couldn't even fill this gap. We tried, attempted again, fails and reverses, and ends up giving a nice push up. And so that gives strong buying pressure, letting us know that there was strong buying pressure here. I couldn't even fill that gap. If this like pivot went all the way down to here to match this high, then the gap would have been filled. And the idea is like that's essentially what gaps are. Even like the gaps that you typically know, you know, on like a daily chart, you'll see a big gap. Well, it's the reason why you see those gaps is because in the overnight session there was a big move up, right? Big impulsive move, and that's what forms a gap. So you just can't see the impulsive move, but since we're in the futures market, you can see all the movement. That was a big move up, but not much follow through. I mean, if you look at the other charts, I mean, that's not what you want to see when you bounce off the previous high. You know, if you're a bull, that is. It's not what you want to see. You're thinking, well, it seems like more of like a trading range, right? A large trading range, bull leg in a trading range. It might come back to the bottom of the trading range, and this is where I would go to higher time frames to see, is there a trading range that is larger? And lo and behold, the 10K chart has a very large trading range that we just hit the top of with just 2 legs up, right? We had 2 legs down to the bottom trading range, 2 legs up to the top of the trading range. Right? This is why we love 2-legged pullbacks. 2 legs down and potentially 2 legs up. Right? You have another 2-legged pullback here. Let's just put above it. 2 legs up, 2 legs down. You know, it just keeps going back and forth with 2 legs. The market loves to move in twos, and so that's why we like to trade a 2-legged pullback. So right now there's another gap. We formed a gap here with this spiking channel, and it breaks above the spike, or it breaks above the channel, the spiking channel. Come back to the bottom, maybe overshoot to undershoot. It's typically not what you want to see if you're bullish. Pandas, I don't have any trades here. I mean, this day is a little confusing. I mean, it seems like a trading range type day, and if anything, I don't know, you might want to go short somewhere soon. Looking for a lot of reversals. Fortunately, no trades during the session so far. There's no clear trend. 2-legged pullbacks are kind of difficult to trade. That's kind of the downfall about the 2-legged pullback. I mean, when they're obvious, they're very obvious. They're very obvious. But when it gets like just a little tricky, then it's like it's very hard, very difficult to find. Pandas, make sure you guys scalp that like button. Coming back from a week-long break, it's nice to be back. So it helps a lot if you scalp that like button to let other traders know that this stream is back up and running. We're back, baby. The content creator in me makes me want to enter a trade very soon before my session ends, right? The opening hour, and I'm tempted to enter a trade, but honestly, I don't see a good setup. But I'm tempted to enter a trade. Like, I'm tempted to go long here, but it's getting choppy now. You know, we're getting the trading range indicators already finding a trading range here. Unsure what's happening, Pandas. Just watching this. Honestly, I have no setups here. Even this 2-leggy here. I mean, you don't want the 2-leggy to look like this. Like a big move down like this off of resistance. typically don't want to trade against a bounce off resistance like that. If anything, I'm looking for a trap to go short here, coming off of that resistance. This is a higher low second entry long, but I just don't like it. I don't like this big move down like this off of resistance. I don't like it, and this could be a nice second entry long, and so be it. But for me, it would have to be a hindsight type trade. For the information I have now, not a trade I like. And it could make a point, and it doesn't mean it's a good setup, even if it makes a point, to be honest. But when you bounce off resistance like that, like very clearly, to me, that kind of screams like, you know, you should fade it. Trade it away from it. Right? It's kind of like here. Big push up. You kind of want to trade with this bounce, not against it. You're not trying to go short back into here. Clear bounce off yesterday's or the session high. All right, we get multiple dojis in a row now, like 2 dojis in a row, potentially 3 dojis in a row. I'm looking for a fail second entry long, if anything. That's my setup. Looking for overshoot to an undershoot. It makes an outside bar reversal. There's no way I'm entering that. Does push up. Just watching. I could care less if I miss this trade. I didn't like it. I mean, if you bounce off resistance like that, I don't like to trade back into it. It's just kind of, it doesn't make sense for me. The resistance acts as resistance. I'm going to respect it as resistance. In fact, I want to go short here, but we're above the 20 MA. So it's just the setups are not good. They don't look good at all. And on the higher time frames, we're making like these inside bars, right? We made outside, inside bar. It just looks ugly. We're getting choppy on the higher time frames. Outside, inside bar, even on the 5 minute. It's just not tradable in my opinion. I mean, look at this. You got trap, trap, trap. You got 3 traps in a row. Don't like that. Get that many traps triggering, like traps are failing. Tricky, tricky. It's one of those days where I would say just scalp. You're just scalping today. You're not looking for big trends. Scalp 1 or 2 points. Get out, get in and out. Look for a lot of reversals. It's just one of those days. Chop, chop, chop. Just nothing you can do. One of the traits you need to learn, I mean that I'm still learning, that I find that it's helping me out a lot, is identifying trap or a chop, and not only that, seeing if that chop converts, if that affects the market cycle for the rest of the day. You know, you can kind of see maybe the rest of the day we might be choppy. We might just be kind of trading range type day. But and with that, your trading style needs to adapt to the market cycle. Trade copier, Patriots. Did you use a trade copier for your trial account? I was going to wait and buy it once I have multiple paid accounts. You can use a trade copier for eval accounts, for funded accounts. You can use it for any of the accounts, and it's not bad, right? Because if you have multiple eval accounts, you want to pass them all at once. You can just trade them all the same. Very easy to do so. In fact, that's basically how I have so many accounts, because that's what I do. I use a trade copier for the evals to pass them all at once. 7 bars overlapping here, very difficult. Higher time frames, just absolutely terrible. It's making a triangle, right? That means breakout mode, right? Outside, inside, inside, inside. I pattern, major breakout mode. O actually pops above here, right? So outside up, right? Outside up. Breakout mode still. That's not convincing in any way. That's an actual breakout. Smaller time frame, absolutely choppy. Have no idea. Just watching. I have no idea what's gonna happen here. It's absolutely just a terrible price action right now, though. No setups for me whatsoever. A more immature me would have, a baby panda me would probably try to go long here and get stopped out and all this nonsense. I would definitely probably be in a trade at a more immature trading level. Okay, we might break this triangle on the higher time frames. We may break it here. Clearly above the 20 MA, which is the bullish thing about this. The one saving grace for the bulls. We're above the 20 MA. Sack Clams asked, did I go straight to a 300k eval or did I start with a smaller one? I actually started with 150k. And then I realized I might as well just open the 300k accounts. I don't know. I figured it's better. They're much harder to pass. The 300k accounts are much harder to pass, but I figured it's better because of the deal, right? Because you have to pay a monthly fee, and the monthly fee is flat no matter what. 25k account to a 300k account, that monthly fee is the same. So for me, I was like, well, if I'm gonna pay a monthly fee, it's the exact same. I might as well just get the best product they have. And for me, it was the 300k accounts, and it's really nice to actually have a really big threshold. Not so much like the amount of contracts I can trade, but it's more of the trailing threshold was the best part about the 300k. Call me crazy. I'm gonna go long here. I'm going long here. In a long trade, going for 2 points. And my thinking is, if this reverses here, it's just a small risk, but we can have a nice breakout here. And the thing about breakout trades is, yeah, they're breakout trades. Good risk reward. Just watching. I could lose this. I mean, it's a lower high setup, making a quad top, right? Quad top type situation. It's fine. My risk reward for this trade is like good. The probability is low, right? Because we're at a resistance, and it gets me. But it's all good. I can't do days like this, pandas. Days like this just drive me nuts. I think I'm gonna sit on my pause. I'm done. I'm done. Pandas, I know it sucks. I'm gonna be red today in the stream. Days like this just drive me crazy, and I just can't. I can't do it. So, pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow, and at 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream. It's good to be back though, but days like this, pandas, it does drive me nuts, and so I'm just gonna sit on my paw. So I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.